We're here at the Horsepower Experience run by Lindsay Kerslake, and this is the culmination of what my students who are doing harness racing as a module from Mount Hutt College every Wednesday for a term. They've done a range of things. Normally what we do is the first week we do some indoor stuff, so we find out how much they know about horses. There are a few students that let's call them pony club girls. Some have nothing to do with horses. One in this group does kids karts, which is the small version of harness racing. And what we do the first week is we put them through a pre-test to find out what they know about harness racing. And usually they know not a lot, but they're very keen to learn. The second week what we do is we take them to Harness Racing New Zealand, and there they meet all the important people, if you like, that administer harness racing in New Zealand. So we meet the person that names horses, that registers horses, the promotions aspect of harness racing in New Zealand, the handicapper, and various other people. So they understand how the harness racing body works and how horse racing is conducted. Then the next week we normally go to Ricky and Terry Mays. Ricky talks to them a lot about driving, both in New Zealand, Australia and overseas, and what's required. They also use a whole lot of gear, and usually a nice quiet horse, and show the students all of the various kinds of gear that can be put on a harness racer. So that's always really good. Then we usually go to Kerry O'Reilly's, who's a farrier, and Kerry tells them all about the job of being a farrier, makes a shoe, involves the students and gives them the opportunity to actually help shoe the horse. Various other places we go. We've been to Warren Stapleton. Warren Stapleton is very good at, let's say, fixing horses that have had problems. It might be slightly broken down, or their last opportunity to race. And so he does a number of things. He does chiropractic. He also has the ability to do acupuncture with horses. He's got some fairly expensive apparatus, lasers and the like, to try and treat horses, particularly with leg problems. We've been to another number of other various places, not all this term, but we've been running this course now for 10 or 12 years, so there's been 130, 140 students that have learned quite a lot about harness racing. So we've been to Peter McCloy's quite a few years ago to do the farrier part. We've been to Wayne and Mary Francis to look at a small version of a stud farm, and a number of other places. We always go to the trials at least once during the term so that they can actually see how a trial, because it's very similar to a race, works. And there we went to Ashburton this year, spoke to Scott, the stipendiary steward. Ricky May was very helpful, and he arranged for us to meet Mr Hill and Carabella, New Zealand's Horse of the Year last year, and watch her being geared up. And she doesn't need a lot of gear, but it was lovely to chat to him as well. So yeah, they get a whole range of things. They learn a lot about horses, about the equine industry, about harness racing industry.